Hey guys, it's Will and I'm back with another unboxing. Tonight going to be taking a look at the Triumvirate of the Primarch. So we've got Roboute Guilliman himself in here, along with Cypher and the Grey Knight dude whose name I've forgotten right now. But yeah, this is all about the big man himself, Roboute Guilliman. This is actually one of two unboxings I'll be doing tonight. The other one will be taking a look at the Triumvirate of the Imperium, another one of the Triumvirate sets from the Gathering Storm series. And both of these were lent to me by my good friend Al, so thank you very much for lending me those. It's really great to have a good look at these and see what's in there. Unfortunately, because they're not mine, I'm not going to be able to build them up and paint them for you, but yeah, it's good to take a look at what's in the box anyway. So if you like this video, go and take a look at the one looking at the Triumvirate of the Imperium. Anyway, without further ado, let's see what's in there. So I've already slipped this out because it's easier to do without the camera in my hand, and you can see it's on this sort of plastic backing. Just sort of helps to present it nicely, I think. And you start off with this rather nice piece of artwork. Now this is purely just a piece of art, but it's a very nice piece. You've got Guilliman, sword in hand, leading the charge, backed up by the other members of the Triumvirate. If you've got your own sort of dedicated hobby space, that might be quite nice to put on the wall. Then we've got the instruction manual, one of the sort of the latest style from GW for their big kits. So we've got plenty of colour in here, sort of coloured sections to mark out what bit goes where, because these models are getting just more and more detailed, scenic bases, fancy weapons, bits that sort of seem to join in funny places. You get the rules for the characters in here as well, so you've got Cypher, Guilliman, and if I can get this page to open, Grandmaster Voldus is the Grey Knight guy. And first thing I've noticed looking at these rules is this is probably the most valuable in terms of points of the three Triumvirate box sets. I mean, Guilliman is 350 straight off the bat, Cypher is 280, which makes not 280, he's 190, which makes nearly 550, and then you've got Voldus, so you're getting in the sort of 800 point ballpark for these. Haven't actually worked it out, but really high value here. Another nice piece of art at the end and suggested colours to use. Anyway, oh, it's even got a nice back to it. Let's take a look at the actual models though. So when you look at it at first, it actually doesn't look like there's a great deal in here. Quite a lot of space in here. But I think what you're really getting with these isn't so much the quantity, but the quality is what you're paying for. So to start with, we've got Cypher. Now bear in mind, this guy, if he was produced as a single clan pack, would probably be in the £20 sort of price range anyway, and he's the smallest model in here. So you've got his main sort of cape and head there, and I noticed they've got a very interesting way of separating it here. The actual cut is on the top of the forehead, and then the actual hood is on a separate piece, which is kind of weird. It's how they sort of tend to come out in this sort of weird way with the new computer-aided design, and while it does produce some stunning models, it does produce some slightly odd cuts. Like on his sword here, it kind of comes to an end there, and then glues on there. It's kind of got the scabbard of the sword is cut halfway. But speaking of the sword, really nice piece of kit here. It's got wings on it, got the Dark Angel symbol on the hilt, got all these skulls on the scabbard. Very nice weapon. Shame he doesn't actually get to wield it, because that's a seriously big sword. And when you actually look at the model himself, he's got some slightly harder edges to his power armor than a lot of Marines, kind of showing just how old this guy is. He's been knocking around since the Horus Heresy, and unlike Guilliman, he's not had the benefit of stasis. A very unique plasma pistol there, with kind of a coil in the middle of it and some like air spaces, rather than the more conventional design. It's even got like a little almost like ignition bit at the tip there. Lots of nice little details. He's got his holstered bolt pistol there, funky backpack. Almost looks like slightly chaos, but not quite chaosy enough to be sure that he is a bad guy, which kind of fits with Cypher's background of having unclear alliances. And we got Grandmaster Voldus. So, as you'd expect from an Imperial Knight, loads of detail on his Terminator armour. He's got his little iron halo there, big funky shoulder pads with lots of script work on there, and yeah, just a very nice. Got the hammer, loads of detail on the head of it. A book, because most psychers seem to carry around books these days. I guess you know, they get bored waiting for the psychic phase to come around, they can always have a read of that. And yeah, once again, just a very detailed model. I'm trying to find where his face is at. His face is here. He's got that classic sort of grey knight, sort of hooded look, and then a bit of a beard. So they can sculpt a beard onto this guy, but for some reason Forge World's Leman Russ doesn't get a beard. Doesn't make sense to me, but hey, nice model. And we got the man himself, Roboute Guilliman. And where do I even start with this guy? I'm trying to even find half. It almost feels like I'm missing a piece here, but no, let's have a look. So we've got arms and legs on here. If we zoom in, and my camera will actually focus. Hang on, I'm just going to switch hands. There we go, that works. You've got this beautiful filigree and gilding all over his armour. It's going to take an absolute hell of a time to paint all of that, being careful not to go into the blue that you're going to have in between, but yeah, really nice detail there. Enormous sword. I mean, look at that. That's as long as my finger. Flames coming off that. Nice little Imperial Aquila symbol for one of his shoulder pads. Then over here we've got his scenic base with these two little braziers that stick on there. Dead traitor, because what else do you want on your base but a dead, decomposing traitor? Showing just how superior the Imperium is to the forces of chaos. And yeah, he got his heavy bolter type weapon there. And then this piece I think includes, I think this must go together to form his torso. Yeah, here we go. So got his torso backpack sections there, got his iron halo type device, sort of wings that go over his the back of his shoulders, the front of the chest plate just there with Aquila and purity seals as you would expect. And then Guilliman is nice because he has two head options, so you've got the choice here either of an unhelmeted head or a helmeted head, depending on what version you would prefer the look of. I know a lot of people are going for the unhelmeted head, or for the helmeted head, because they don't like the face, but I quite like my characters to have their faces visible, despite the fact it defies logic to go unhelmeted onto a battlefield. It just looks cooler, I think, but hey, that's a matter of personal preference, and that's why they give you a choice. So there we have it, loads of detail there. Good instruction manual to show you what's what, and I think 3 very nice models that I think Al is going to have a great time painting. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks to Al for lending me these, because yeah, they do make for some very nice nice unboxings, and I'll see you guys again soon. If you haven't already, go and check out my unboxing on the Triumvirate of the Imperium. And oh yeah, one more thing, I actually got a game in against Guilliman the other day, which I was able to record. So once that's edited, I'll put that up as well for you. You can see how this guy gets on the battlefield. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.